I knew Jason was coming this week, and so I sent him, hey, what do you want to talk about? And he sent me a list back, and so I'm reading off this list. And the last thing on this list, which I am interested as all get out about, is the last thing on your list is a Pentest team is like an axe. Abraham Lincoln.
Okay, so
I got to hear about this.
Yes. So my biggest pet peeve when it comes to having a penetration testing team as a business is not giving them any time for training or consumption of any sort of material. They can't read a book. They can't do a class.
Reconnaissance. Right? Basically. Intel gathering.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily intel gathering, but like, so they have
like a proprietary system or something that's not really used that much.
Or like anything, allowing them to maybe for the last half of the day on Friday to jump on hack the box without working.
Right.
Yeah.
Just some sort of training. And the reason it says Abraham Lincoln is because Abraham Lincoln has a famous quote of, if you give me 5 hours to cut down a tree, I'm going to spend the first 4 sharpening the axe.
Yeah.
Having a pen test team is a tool. And if you're not keeping that tool sharp,
I agree.
it's going to end up being dull and
I agree.
worthless.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. Or you can take the Scinary approach where we don't do red teams anymore.
That's not true.
Well, I mean, we will, but
I'll be back eventually.
so, but here's the thing about red teams.
He said that because Joe's not here, and there's no one to contest him on the Scinary.
So-
will not have a red team.
Oh, no, we do. It's
So
just-
we've had very successful red teams.
Yeah.
But they are nerve wracking as all get out. And I know because we did a red team a few years back where cutouts of people scared the crap out of us as we're breaking and entering into this section. We just these cardboard cutouts of like famous people. Like, oh my God. You know,
no,
we're caught.
If you're going to tell that story, you got to tell the whole story.
I can't tell the whole story.
Well, not like with details. I
But-
could. I was the one pushing him down the hallway.
Yeah, well, that is, it's a story for another podcast.
Yeah, that's fine.
But I get red team exercises, and I'm sure every cybersecurity company does this. You could have all the contracts in the world, all the lawyers in the world, write these contracts, get the get out of jail free cards and all that. But when you're breaking into somewhere logically or physically, and nobody's supposed to know that you're there, that is nerve wracking. That is absolutely nerve wracking, and it's nerve wracking for me.
The best.
It is.
Yeah, well, Jason, this is because you've got something wrong with you.
No, so really, if you just act like you belong there, or I mean, you could even just be a lost tourist, depending on your situation. Nobody's really going to question
At
it.
1 o'clock in the morning.
Hey, I got drunk and I'm lost.
That's
Get
why
me to
you
my
don't.
hotel. You did the same thing.
That's why you don't do it when the doors are locked. You
Yeah.
do it when everybody's there.
Yeah.
Well, we did, but we stayed after. Is the
did.
problem? They locked the doors behind us.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, so we really shy away from red teams, not because we're not successful at them. It's because we are successful at them.
Yeah.
Right.
And to go back to like your point though on the idea of, a tool is just as good as the maintenance on that tool. It's the same thing on the blue team side. I mean, you could, especially within cybersecurity, the tech land is evolving so quickly that if you're not up to date on things, you'll not know. It'll pass you by very, very quickly. And I because we're dealing with it on the blue team side, literally just the inverse. Like we're learning the new attacks. We're having to divide, like create new rules, identify those. Oh, that's a new obfuscation method, or that bypassed DDR. What are we going to do to prevent that from happening or detect it in another way? Well, on the red team side, it's like, the defenders just came up with a new fancy tool or a new way to stop my attack. I've got to figure that out and kind of readjust and fall back and rearm, basically.